How you doing? I just want to show you my mods I've done to my DRZ. Here you can see the light on top. I got that off eBay. I want to say 30 bucks, and shipping was free. So I got that. I also had the LEDs inside the factory light harness. I took it out, put a new one in. Those are the two mods I've done. Oh, cheapy mirrors off eBay as well. Accessory harness, just washed the bike down a little bit, removed the actually moved the ignition. I had it down over here where the horn is now. Couldn't find any of the spot for the horn, so I stuck her there. Still open to possibilities of where I can put that thing and be out of the way. Is what I really need so that it's not interfering. I thought about putting it behind everything. There is an access bolt. I might just put it there. That's looking like the best spot possible. I'm sure it accepts a 8mm bolt that I've got extra ones around. This switch is from eBay as well. I think I paid 20 bucks for that because this is an E model that I've converted over. And then the back tail light. It's a brake light, a directional light, all in one. That was easy enough to do with the wiring. Some of the wiring was already there for the light itself, but the directionals came from the unit up top there, the directional unit. I ran those with the Tuscanduro wiring harness. And ran that extra light right to the battery with a fuse, so just in case it touches down on anything. Other than that, I'm doing a big bore kit soon, only because it's a 2002. I doubt there was ever a new piston put in. Don't know the mileage, but it was ridden off-road trail riding, so I doubt you got, something crazy like 10,000 miles on it. I doubt it. It sat in the shed for a while. Wasn't ridden for about 5-6 years with a top over it. So I doubt there's many miles on this bike. From what I was told, is the person had a Yamaha 250 two-stroke and the YZ, and the guy really wanted that bike, so they even traded one bike for the other, and he ended up with this, and he never really rode much. So basically, when I got the bike, nothing was done to it. It sat for a while. The cob was junked up. I took that apart, dismantled it, put all new everything inside it with a kit to make sure it's good. Now, I didn't do that little wiring mod there for the accelerator pump. If I'm going to do anything, I'm not going to jerry-rig it with the wire. I'm going to get that R&D bowl that they have there that eliminates the problem, that fixes it, instead of putting a cheap little thing on there. I'm going to do that when I do the big bore kit. It'll be this month. I want to go to a 450cc, and I mean, I keep up with my buddy's YZ only because he's inexperienced. Now, if I was on his bike, which I have ridden, I'd dust him on this. It does have more power. It's designed to just perform. It's an MX bike. This is not an MX bike, but I do like this bike a lot. For what it is. It's just one of those bikes that I've had 4 of them already, never given me any problems. This one has some carbon fiber on it, which I do enjoy. This winter, what I will do is dismantle this bike all in pieces. And I won't split the case because I don't see any problem down below yet. I really don't. Everything seems fine there. The top end, I didn't do a compression test, but it does have some bark. It just doesn't have the best of, the compression. It's just not like right there in your face like I know it can be. So when that day comes, then I will do it, and that day's approaching probably in a month. from now when I have some extra cash and some time. Only because, I mean, it's not like, you know, you're taking the valve basket off, you're taking the cylinder out, you know, so what you're basically left with is just the bottom end. So what I don't want to do is take the whole motor out of the bike. You know, I don't really think you have to do that, as long as you take the seat, the tank, the fairings off, and you have access there. I really don't see why you would have to, because once you remove the valve cover and the whatever you want to call that, where everything, all valves are, where your timing chain is, once you remove that, I'm pretty sure you got enough room to feel confident about putting the new cylinder in with the piston. You know, I've watched enough videos. I'm not some big time, like, you know, guy that knows all this stuff about bikes, so that's why I'm gonna just do it very carefully, not be cocky about it, because who knows, to be honest, I could destroy this bike. It is my first time ever putting a piston in. Doesn't seem like you have to be a rocket scientist, but it does seem like you do need just something, like, you know what I mean, like you've done it before, you know, some confidence. But that's what you have. Pipe has been dented by the previous owner. I guess he probably fell out in the woods. Not good. Not my, you know, I mean, I was thinking about buying an MDR, whatever it's called, you know, the SSW. But, you know, how much horsepower am I going to gain from that, from this Yoshi? Because, I mean, look at the size of the pipe. That thing is humongous. I mean, look at the size of the pipe. It's just like all the way around. It's a very decent size. I can't see why that other system would be any better than this, you know. So that's what I'm going with, and I think I'll be very happy. Now, if anybody has any comments, please list them, because I need all the help I can get. And I'm not one of those people that thinks they know it all. I don't know a lot about bikes. I just enjoy riding them. I'm not the best rider in the world, but let me tell you, if anybody that, you know, is watching this, you know how much fun it is, the freedom that you feel when you're just on the bike and just going for a ride. It's probably like the most relaxing feeling I've ever felt in my life. And it's close to the best feeling I've ever had in my life as well. Every time I get on it, you know, if you don't have a bike and you're nervous, like you've never ridden one, I've tried to get friends who have never ridden a bike to get one, and they're like, no way, I am not buying a bike, I have no experience on it. Well, I said, well, so did I when I first got one, you know, which was a very long time ago. I started out with a moped. My parents would not get me a dirt bike. They said I'd kill myself, and that's not the case, because I'm still alive. Can you get hurt? Yeah. You can get hurt playing baseball. You can get hurt mowing the lawn. You could get hurt going for a walk. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I look at it this way. I don't listen to people when they throw that at me, because I don't see how that pertains to life and just experiencing a good time in general, to live life. You know, so heck with that. But if anything I've said you want to chime in on, the comments are there, and please do. And once again, no matter what you ride, I don't care if it's, you know, a Yamaha, I don't care if it's a KTM, it's really not about how much money you spent and how cool you look. It's about how you feel about it, not how others feel about it. So just remember that, and have the best time you could possibly have, you know, and be safe. And if I bump into you out there, I'm from Massachusetts area, New Bedford, you know, if I bump into you, cool, man, you know, and you're on two wheels, definitely go riding, man. Show me some of your spots, I'll show you some of mine, and that's what this is all about. You know, this Supermoto stuff is all about that. I don't have Supermoto wheels on there, but you know, I am registered. I can't ride on the road. And I haven't been getting any problems with not having DOT tires. No one's ever said anything to me as I ride around on this thing. No one's ever pulled me over, even though when I actually installed this thing, the back of it, this brake light, I don't have it hooked up to the master cylinder there for the brake. It doesn't, like, you know, if I step on the brake, it doesn't light up more like most brakes do. It just stays, you know, red. And if I, you know, put the directionals on, then one of those things, it still stays red, but the inside goes yellow to what side I'm going to. But anyway, like I said, I don't want to keep rambling on because I can already see I'm over 10 minutes. Enjoy, and God bless.